heard a few weeks ago, I think, Pablo was not really active during the pandemic.
Yeah,
like
he wasn't.
He stopped competing, but now he's back and he's in his hometown. So I'm really looking forward to see this this matchup. We're having Tlalo and Stuuv against YBL and AdrianSP.
That's right. Pablo goes by YBL in his tag, and AdrianSP or AdrianSP rocking the Enderman, of course, as always, while Pablo going with the Wolf, his classic, his tried and true. The combos are starting here, and look at the way that Pablo is almost trying to go off the stage as Adrian was putting in the work. First stop right there.
Yes, I just saw on the edge guard, Adrian was trying to push the Joker of the stage. He really was doing a successful move over there, as we have it again. So we have a lot of interaction at this moment.
Yeah, that's right. And also, like, we can notice, perhaps at these earlier stages of doubles, we are going to see a lot of 2 versus, 1v1s on each side of the stage. And normally, the team that actually manages to work together and just sandwich the other players, just start pressuring, is the one that is going to be better. Oh my god, there's Tlalo getting that backer, and that is a fast stock. YBL losing the first one of the set.
The first one, but it's just starting, so we have to be aware of anything that happens. And we have another stock less for the red team. Now is Pablo with 2 stocks only.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the stocks are even so far, and we do have to remind here, Adrian actually has the tools, right? He has the diamond in stock. He also has gold, so those minecarts are going to be hitting very hard. However, YBL ended up inside of one of those minecarts. He very wisely cleans the ledge to let Adrian come back, and Adrian gets stuck with that card.
We didn't see any tag over there on the edge, but we are back at it on the stage, and the stocks are almost even. Adrian is the only one who has the 3 stocks still solid, but I think Awa is already a little bit behind the rest of the players on the stage.
Actually, getting that first stock and taking a second one right there, actually just letting Adrian know you're not going to go clean throughout this entire game. And he's pushing off the stage. I like the division right here. Oh, that forward smash was very dangerous. And look at YBL just trying to cover.
Yes.
He knows that Adrian is doing his thing by the ledge. So he's like, okay, try to approach me, forward smash. Try to approach me, back. I'm just going to cover this area. And covering his space is so important in double.
He's playing safe. And now again, Adrian is taking another stock from the opposite team. And as we see, we're having a lot of interactions on the edge. Oh, nice one. He catched him right there.
Everybody comboed YBL.
Yeah.
Like, he just got stuck in the cart, and he just lost his life for it. I mean, this is still very doable if Tlalo and Stuuv manage to take Adrian's stock, or even force a share stock, because like Adrian would be at a very high percent. And, oh my goodness, that Lucina flies off stage, and this is the 2v1, and this is where things get really complicated.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit difficult for the green team right now. As we saw as well, Adrian is playing pretty well with the card of the Enderman. So I think Tlalo and Stuuv must be a little bit aware of what happens next.
Yes.
Because as we saw, they really did a fast match at the start.
Oh yeah, like they started with the right ideas. I think taking the first stock. It's just that they didn't manage to work together, and they didn't force that situation.
Nice.
And just made a switch trade, and one goes in, one goes out, and it's just a matter of communication right there. Great stuff from YBL, and AdrianSP. The communication was right there, and he's like, okay, it's your turn. You have to go in. That dash attack with the diamond, of course, is gonna be able to do it. Steve, of course, well, Enderman in this case, the talk of the town as of recent, but here in doubles, we'll see if that actually benefits the team, or if Adrian is able to use the blocks in a creative way. Because what we saw actually most of the time was that YBL ended up in the cart.
Yeah.
And that was actually how they lost a couple of the stocks, because like YBL just was doing his own thing, then the cart just came flying, and because of the grab box that stays active for so long, like he just got stuck in there and then lost the stock for it. So
that's what I was watching the entire match. Adrian has really good setups with the cart.
Yeah.
And as well, Pablo knows knows how to approach this. And as you said before, he's always like looking in the middle of the stage to get the right options, pretty patient. And well, I think we will see a lot of battle adaptation now, and back to Final Destination.
And now into Final Destination, we do see changing, like pretty much Adrian, the only one that stayed with the same character.
Yeah.
Stuuv choosing to use the Luigi here, perhaps trying to get some early kills with the up B. Of course, the Cyclone is going to break a lot of the combos. He will get extension because of that. However, the DI on YBL's part, pretty excellent to avoid most of that damage. On the other side, like you can see Adrian just having his way with that Greninja. They switch targets right here. YBL is still suffering a bit, but Adrian, I think, is holding on well enough so that the opponents just have to keep in check at all times of where that Rob is actually as well, and try to cover for the offense that the character can also break.
Yes, as we see as well, the green team trying to stay on the stage, but I don't know if it's going to last a lot, because as we see, Adrian and Pablo are doing a great job over there. We are watching again. Oh my God, one stock less for Pablo at the moment. And again, with the setups of the Enderman, he's really good at edge guarding, so probably the players must be aware of what happens in this zone of the stage.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to be very aware you're off stage or even by the ledge versus that Enderman. Very, very nice stuff like that. Tlalo was trying to edgeguard the Steve right there, but instead he's going to be stuck getting that powerful backer. And Luigi, of course, even though he's not going to have the ability to use those, oh my God, what an edgeguard there using the block. And that is the type of creative stuff that I was talking about. Like, that is exactly, like, Adrian is just decimating everybody on stage right here, making great use of those tools and the blocks specifically as well to cut the avenues at which they can approach, and they just have to be facing these hitboxes constantly.
Yes, he uses the perfect setup at the right moments. And now we have a restock because, as we saw, Stuuv has lost the rest of his stocks. And, well, this is looking a little bit difficult, but I think they have a lot of opportunity to get advantage in the center of the stage.
Yeah, and so they will, but those parries are bailing out the Steve here, and what a mess they're making there by the center of the stage. Luigi tries to take the stock. The stock is now in a 2v1 situation. This is very difficult, and my goodness, what a way to get the setup! AdrianSP closing it out in style.
With the diamond.
Yeah, he was trying for the shield break setup, and since his opponent jumped, he was like, okay, I know how to cover this. I just have to react, and just perfect stuff. Adrian really, we were talking about how YBL Pablo is the one that perhaps was the most well-known here in the Puebla scene because of his ranking. However, for me, the start of the match was definitely Adrian. Like, Adrian was doing amazing, just covering as much as he could, and
he shined.
Yeah, he shined brightly.
They did a really good job, and I guess this is going to be one of the best teams that we will see in the early games.
Yeah.
But we have a pretty rough competition today, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean,